This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right. Back again. Jesus.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Audio issues.
All right.
I was playing around today, and I sometimes I'm not such a good audio engineer, and
Yeah.
you know, Sal knows that. Sometimes
I've seen it.
Sometimes I'm just bad at my job because I'm not connecting the dots. I spent about
Sometimes you leave mics on. Sometimes you forget to turn them on.
Yep. I spent about 15, 20 minutes today trying to figure out why my goddamn computer won't play audio because it wasn't plugged in. And then when I plugged it in, I spent another 15 minutes trying to figure out why it still wasn't playing audio because it was plugged, and I figured out I was plugged into the wrong input.
Ah.
So welcome to episode number 165. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah. We might just wrap this up in like a half an hour.
So we had a last-minute cancellation from John Brainer.
I probably should have emailed him like days ago just to make sure because
Yeah.
we did book it like 6 weeks ago.
We booked it, and I think, you're saying he didn't realize that it was...
No, he just didn't realize that the date that he had booked was on Memorial Day. And then when I reminded him of it today, he's like, oh, well, I will be at a barbecue, so I will not be there. Yeah. He said he could get here like 8:30, and I'm like, no.
Absolutely not. No,
that.
sir.
I mean, I'm off tomorrow, but you're not.
I'm not, but I'm not opening anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so. But, I mean, we could have made it happen, but at that hour, it gets
I don't
ridiculous.
want to do it. Not today. I moved a bunch of couches today. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun day. Amy was so, like, expecting that I was going to be so pissed at her. And I was like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not happy, but I'm not mad at you.
What happened?
She decided that she wanted to get this couch from a friend of hers who's moving to Florida. It's like a sectional couch. It's pretty well worn, but we need a bigger couch.
Sure.
Because Amy takes up the space of 3.5 people. It's been agreed, and she was always bitching at me because my side of the couch is like, it's always the part that breaks.
Uh-huh.
Like the old couch that I had, but I had that couch for like 7 years. So
Yes.
it was an expensive couch. But it broke eventually because I'm a big guy and I'm always sitting in the same spot. So it broke.
Your
so,
ass groove.
Yeah. Well, not even so much that. It was more the frame
Okay.
kind of busted. And that one was like metal, so it lasted a long time because it was a sleeper sofa. This one, we've only had it for maybe 2 years, but we bought it used, and it was like, I mean, it's like something you'd buy at Target for $200.
Oh,
So
okay.
we paid $100 for it, so I'm fine with it lasting as long as it did. So she wants to get this sectional, so she puts our couch up for free, and then we're going to go get the sectional. And it was just every single thing was just a nightmare because I was like, well, I'm off Monday and Tuesday, which is fine. If you want to go get the sectional, we'll throw the other couch out. But the problem is I need a truck on Tuesday to take it to the dump because the recycle depot is closed on Memorial Day, obviously. So we couldn't get a truck for Tuesday, and Amy's working Tuesday. I can't do it all by myself. So then it worked out that somebody said, like, I'll take the couch, but you got to drop it off. So we're like, okay, that's fine. That's the same amount of effort that it would have been to bring it to Recycle Depot. So I'm like, perfect. That works out fine. So we load up our old shitty couch. We bring it to this person's house, and Steven, her stepdad, was helping us, and he got overzealous and just started carrying it in the house. So I'm like, oh, all right. I thought we were just dropping it on the lawn and leaving it for them. So we get it like halfway up the stairs, and we realize that they're like, I'm like, that's never gonna get through their door. It's never gonna fucking happen. But we're like, you're gonna have to try and take the door off the hinges and get it through. But this is as far as we're helping you, right? I was like, I'm not staying here for 2 hours to get this couch in this person's apartment when they're not paying us anything for it.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
we're like, all right, cool. So we go get in the cars, and she gives me the address. I'm in her mom's truck because we brought 2 trucks just in case because it's a big sectional, right? So Amy gives me the address. I get in her mom's truck. We start going, and I punch it in, and it's in fucking like Walden. It's like 40 fucking minutes away. So I was like, I never would have agreed to this ever at all on Memorial Day if I knew we had to go all the way the fuck down there for this thing, and we were dropping the couch off, blah, 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 blah. So we get the couch. That's uneventful. We come back, and we're loading the thing into the house, and the girl's messaging Amy saying we got to come back and take the couch back because they can't get it in their apartment. Yeah. So I was like, well, that's not going to happen. And then the girl apparently said the police said you have to come get it. I'm like, no, they didn't. They just didn't. They probably said you got to get it out of the fucking hallway. If they actually called, why would they call the police? So then the woman is like, well, you have to at least help us get it out of the house because it's lodged in the hallway now, and my son hit his head, and it's this whole thing. I'm like, we got it in there. You can get it out. It's not my fucking problem. It's just not. Like, I'm not going to go pick it up and then have to deal with it. You took it for free. No, actually, she said that she'd pay us $20 to drop it off, and she didn't even fucking do that. So, no, lady. You deal with the couch now.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I was like, we are absolutely not doing that at all. So, yeah. So I moved a bunch of furniture all day on Memorial Day, and then sat on my computer for 3 hours before I came here.
I went to Vassar like a scavenger looking because it's move out day. And it's the day where all the kids throw out all their shit.
I didn't even think of that.
It wasn't worth it.
No.
Because Brooke went there last year. She got that mini fridge that you got there. She got a mini fridge for the
nice.
For the Airbnb room.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other things too, like minor things. Mm-hmm. I was just like, all right, cool. So this might be actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
So we go there, and there's just tents where it's just donation drop-offs, stuff like that, right? It looked like people drove by. As they were driving by, they pushed stuff out of their car as close to the tent as possible.
Yeah.
It would just look like a pile of garbage.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting to see like seagulls like picking through it and everything like that. I was like,
it's like that little puppet lady in Labyrinth and the fucking
yeah, the junk lady. Yeah. Same shit. And I was like,
that's Brooke picking through the pile.
I'm like, I'm not going near this. There's fucking like lice and shit in here now. Mm-hmm. And there was nothing. It was just all garbage. But people were like waist deep in it,
just
picking through like clothes and shoes. One guy was walking around with two shoes. One was for the left, one was for the right, but they didn't match. They were different brands. They're different colors, everything. He just had them.
He's just looking for the match.
But they were like, it looked like they were the same size.
Yeah.
Just different.
He's just going to wear them.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck it, I'll just wear them around the house or some shit. I don't know what.
I mean, I would have checked that out had I known about it. But if it was that, I mean, if she got 2 fridges, she got them for free.
Yeah, last year, yeah, she just threw them in the car. There was like a couple people tried to fight for another fridge or whatever the hell. It got a little crazy. It just, I don't know. I guess
you
terrible.
just would have to get there early, but I mean, I'm sure the students aren't getting up early to.
And there was like mirrors and stuff. Like students just brought their like stand-up cheap, like $10 stand-up mirrors and just put them on the ground. So then people put stuff on top of them. So then the glass broke. So there was glass everywhere. So if you dug deep enough, you were gonna get an infection and lose a finger.
Yeah, you get fucking MRSA from a college student who barely showers.
Yeah. It's fucking. So that was my day, and then we moved back into the house. Mm-hmm. We had.
You weren't here for like.
No,
we
rented out the entire house, Airbnb. Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, "How can you do that? How can you do that?" $550. That's how I can do that.
Yeah, it's worth it.
To sleep over at my
yeah
sister-in-law's that's a block and a half away. Yeah, I'll do that for 2 nights. Sure.
Wow.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely crossed my mind to turn the downstairs into just Airbnb because
It's inconsistent though.
Yeah, that's the I would need to not rely on the income,
And it's very last minute. And if you the trick is you have to get that superhost status.
Yeah.
Because when people see that, they immediately gravitate to you because that you constantly get 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Same as an Uber or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But we're constantly getting praised on how clean it is because Brooke is she's a Nazi.
Yeah.
She's a cleanliness Nazi. And
you see, if I were to do that, I would make sure that it was like totally dedicated to just that space, you know.
It's a pain in the ass, but once you get paid, it's not too bad.
But I mean, we're consistently getting $1,000 a month for that apartment, so there's no way we're gonna get that. You know, we would need to have it booked every single weekend to make that. You know what I mean? And people probably aren't willing to pay all the time anyway for the benefits because it's got a full kitchen. So
the big fucking shit about it is Jess and Karina's guest bed is not the best.
Yeah,
it's a full size. It's a spring mattress and
bamboo gel from Brentwood Homes.
It is not a bamboo gel 13 from Brentwood Homes. It's springy, creaky.
Yeah.
Their entire house creaks, so I get up to go to the bathroom. It's clunk, 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 like into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's only like 20. It's only like 10, 20 feet away.
Yeah.
So it's brutal. So last night we were at my dad's house for not Memorial Day, obviously, but like a barbecue kind of thing, and I decided to be a fucking pig. And eat everything in sight to the point where when I laid down that night, I actually was like holding my stomach in pain. I was just like, my liver. I wish I had a gallbladder. Because that's what I found is like quantity really fucking hurts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just can't produce any bile.
Yeah, I can't knock it down. So I got this big like fucking pregnant belly. I'm like rolling around and it was
just
ridiculous.
Make yourself throw up like the Romans.
We were there. I should have. I should have just threw up.
Yeah, I was just gonna go purge. I can have more.
It was just like me and Brooke and my brother and my stepbrother and his wife, and that's it. And Courtney, and that's it. My stepsister. And he had bear meat, burgers. He had venison. He had ribs. He had clams. He had shrimp. He had fucking... It was the most ridiculous shit. So I turned to Brooke and like kind of halfway through the night, and I'm like, so do you want to just stay here?
Instead of driving home.
She's just like, I don't know. And then later on, somebody brings it up, and she's like, hey. And I look across the room. She goes, it's a queen bed upstairs. And I'm like, we're fucking staying. We're fucking staying. I'm not sleeping on a full with her again, ever again. It's terrible. I'd rather sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
Downstairs while she sleeps in the mattress upstairs. It's fucking horrible. I feel like I can't move.
Well, that's just because you're used to a really big bed. Yeah. Yeah.
Just rambling on and on.
It is warm.
Should we talk about what I did before the show? 45 minutes before the show?
You did drugs.
I did drugs.
At least the FDA says that they should be scheduled 1.
It's they have it as a, what are the DEA saying that it is a drug of concern?
Yeah, the DEA has not ruled on anything. They have not made a recommendation. But the FDA has said that it should be made Schedule 1. But their reasoning for it to be made Schedule 1 is because they say it has no medical benefit, which is bullshit. And so anyway, we're talking about Kratom.
Oh, yeah.
So the FDA recommended this after a couple people died of salmonella poisoning from a contaminated batch.
Oh boy!
From some fucking fly-by-night supplement company, which has since folded because they killed 2 people.
Yeah.
I think it was 16 or 17 people got salmonella from this company, and a couple of them died.
The company that we have.
No, not this one.
Oh.
No, this is I'll I'll fucking plug them. I mean, they were on Joe Rogan's podcast, Urban Ice Organics, and I did a lot of research on not only their company but a lot of other companies. And like this supplement thing, man, it's scary because they're not regulated at all.
Nope.
You know, the fucking guy filling these capsules could have fucking hepatitis, and you have no idea.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
It's a tropical evergreen tree in the coffee family native to Southeast Asia, indigenous Thailand, Indonesia, and our Malaysia, and our favorite Papua New Guinea, where it has been used in traditional medicine since the 19th century. It has opioid properties and some stimulant-like effects. So it's like doing speedballs, which is heroin and cocaine put together. I don't know why I did this.
Yeah.
Like baking a bun. Since research into this has been of poor quality, in February 2018, the Food and Drug Administration said there is no evidence that kratom is safe or effective by treating any condition. Some people take it for managing chronic pain, treating opioid withdrawal symptoms, or more recently for recreational purposes. Onset of effects typically begin with in 5 to 10 minutes or last 2 to 5 hours. Common minor side effects: nausea, vomiting, constipation. Severe side effects can include respiratory depression, seizure, addiction, and psychosis. So
Yeah, so that's horse shit. That's just where are you getting that information from?
There's Wikipedia.
Yeah,
but
psychosis. They also used to say that weed caused psychosis.
They're also that's cited from pharmacotherapy, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and Drug Enforcement Administration.
Just, I mean, hearing the stories of people who are like, "This shit saved my life."
Yeah,
like it helped with the weaning off of opioids, especially in like some states. You can't fucking get anything. They just go, "You deal with it, dummy." You know, you can't fucking like they don't have the what are they called, methadone clinics and shit like that because they make them illegal because they're like, well, they're drug addicts. We don't care.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a serious opioid epidemic. Like, why wouldn't you at least study it? Study it. Just try it.
Try it out.
Try it out. So, I came across this from Joe Rogan's podcast. And the guy on I can't remember his name, but they own a supplement company. I think they have a hand in this, but I don't think he owns it.
Okay.
And he was just talking about how he had a couple back injuries and then got addicted to pills, and then now all of a sudden he's taking 30 Percocet at a time.
Dennis McKenna, is that the guy?
Maybe. It's two brothers. They're filmmakers.
Okay.
They made, what the fuck's the name of the movie? Bigger, Stronger, Faster?
Oh, Chris Bell.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Chris and Kyle Bell.
Yeah, they were. Chris and Mark. They were heavily addicted to painkillers because they're bodybuilders and everything like that, and that's usually what ends up happening with those guys. Anyway, sorry.
So he was talking about this and how it fucking like saved his life, and it helps with his pain as well. So I have a lot of chronic pain issues because of my previous injuries, my back and my ankle specifically. And
now your ribs and your elbow.
And now my ribs and my elbow. I'll get into that in a little while. So I've been really realizing that the biggest problem that I have, and I think the biggest problem that most Americans have with pain, is just general inflammation.
Yeah.
You can't stop it without taking...
that was a false.
Yeah. False alarm. False alarm. You can't... It's like you can't get rid of it without taking another drug. And that just doesn't seem right.
Right.
And
I mean, wrong.
No, it doesn't seem correct that you're all inflamed and you're going to be in pain for the rest of your life unless you take all these pills. It's like how many fucking times do you think early man fell down a fucking ravine and survived?
Yeah.
And lived for another 10 years.
Yeah.
So
he sucked it up like a man.
Yeah.
He grew hair on his balls and he sucked it and he walked it off. Sorry.
But there are times when I would get out of bed and I have to call into work today because I can't move.
I remember when you were you would go to sleep in that fucking trailer when you'd go away with your parents to bike rallies and stuff, and you'd be in bed for like a week afterward with your back all fucked up.
Yeah, because I didn't have a supportive fucking mattress.
Yeah.
But
that's all inflammation.
It's all inflammation, and I think that the source of it, the original source of it, was I was.
No, go ahead.
doing a bunch of research on the causes of these things and where the source is. And I come to find out that there are all these studies linking ibuprofen to inflammation through the destruction of your gut microbiome.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
So you're taking an anti-inflammatory.
So you're taking an anti-inflammatory, destroying most of your gut flora, not all of it, but most of it, and then that is then leading to inflammation. So people that are constantly on antibiotics, they have a much higher rate of inflammation. So if you doctor said maybe that's part of the problem.
Jesus
and as it
Christ.
turns out, things like ibuprofen destroy your gut flora, which give you more inflammation, which cause you to fucking be on ibuprofen. So for 5 years, I was on a doctor-regimented 1,600 milligrams of ibuprofen per day. 2 pills, 800 milligrams each. That's double.
My God.
That's double the recommended dosage on the bottle, right? I was on that from the first time I hurt my back. They put me on Percocets and Vicodin, and I was like, I can't take this. I have to work. I was like, I can't drive when I'm on this shit.
People do, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you eventually develop a tolerance for it. And I was like, I'm already fucking boozing it up every goddamn day. I can't be addicted to pills. So they said, okay, well, studies have shown that high doses of ibuprofen are just as effective. I'm like, then why the fuck are you giving me a Schedule II drug when over-the-counter shit works fine? So they gave me that. I was on that for years. I was still in pain all the time. And then 3 or 4 years ago, when more like 5 now, when I got out of the automotive industry, I was like, I think I can kick this because if I stretch, I'm okay. I'm still in a lot of pain, but I'm in much less pain now, totally off of it, than when I was on it every day.
Mm.
And I think that a lot of that is because I've like fucked up my guts.
Yeah, maybe.
Causing inflammation. And now when I hurt myself, if I take one ibuprofen, it works amazingly. So I decided to check this out because it seems like maybe not a fix-all, but it could be something that, for $1 a day could help.
All right.
And I feel pretty good today. And I had a pretty bad skateboard accident 5 days ago.
And what I've been seeing is it's like 1 to 2 grams is a light dose. 3 to 4 grams is a moderate dose. And anything over 4 grams, you start getting into like...
Yeah,
scary
into
areas.
what people are taking to get off of opioids. So this is 1,200 milligrams per serving. So that's 12. What was that? 1.2 grams.
It was per serving or per pill?
They have to call it a serving because it's food.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah. It's not a drug. So it's 2 pills. It's 1,200 milligrams. That's 1.2 grams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've only had
3.
2
Just
grams of this stuff.
3, yeah.
So
a medium dose just to see what it would do.
What I've been and it's different for everybody, obviously. And I'm much bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to affect you differently. But I took them, and I was like, I felt a little weird, a little different, but I didn't feel high.
How long
by
did
any
it tell
means.
you? How long did it?
It was about an hour later.
Yeah,
probably. But I definitely feel like I'm not in pain right now,
and
I definitely should be. I have a bruised rib, and I lifted furniture all day.
Yeah.
If I did that on any other random day without taking a bunch of fucking Aleve. Yeah.
I don't know if I feel anything yet.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Once you have that cider, maybe.
Yeah.
Because most of these sites are saying that the interaction can be bad, but most of those sites are like sites that are obviously about drug addiction, and they're, they have their agenda, and obviously the Kratom sites have their agenda too.
Right.
But I don't see anything wrong with it. But people take all these fucking supplements all the time that don't do anything. And I mean, even if it's a placebo effect, fuck it if it works.
I need to do what are you taking?
Yeah. What are you imbibing?
What are you imbibing? But I will do this though. It's what are you drinking? Yeah, so I'm just gonna, it's not gonna do anything. I took a low dose, so I should be fine. Or we'll see. Let's go on this ride. You think fucking Hunter S. Thompson would turn down
Just mixing like gin and mescaline?
So Adam was just like, "Oh yeah, I got you this." Like as he sat down and plopped it on the counter. Angry Orchard hard cider, easy apple. That's the less sweet one. And I poured it into the glass and I took a whiff. And you saw me make a face. If you're watching
like
the
baby
YouTube,
vomit?
it smelled like cat piss.
Uh-huh.
So
Does it still smell like cat piss? Oh, yeah. It smells horrible.
yeah, it smells very bad. But I am drinking it out of a wine glass, which I guess you shouldn't do. It's cider.
No, it shouldn't smell like cat piss is what it shouldn't do.
Shouldn't taste like it either.
It tastes like cat piss?
No, it doesn't taste like cat piss, but it's just like... Oh, it's gross. It says less sweet, but it feels sweeter.
It is less sweet than the regular one.
Yeah?
That's as honestly, that's as sweet as a Down East. It's
got a
bad.
Shit flavor though. It's
Yeah.
gross, man. It's got a shit flavor. What the fuck? How do they make this? It's just like I
Yeah.
don't know. It's so sugary. It tastes like fake apple.
Yeah.
It tastes like apple flavoring. It's fucking nasty. Why'd you give me this?
Because it's been in my fridge for several months.
Oh God, I'm not even gonna finish it. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get your mead from upstairs.
All right. I'm drinking a little something, and that's great.
From all that talk last week, right? Was that last week?
No,
we were
I
talking
went
about
to Jack said he likes it.
Jack.
Yeah. Anybody watching on the YouTube?
Yeah, it was Logan, but or maybe he still is. I don't know.
I don't really care.
Yeah, sorry guys. We don't really have a ton prepared, just because I was like, well, let's do the Kratom thing. Let's see what happens. Nothing's been going down.
Yeah,
I guess we can announce the June 22nd thing, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we had a bunch of leftover booze from Creator Fest and a fucking ton of water. So we're going to be on June 9th. Well, let's do one at a time, like in chronological order. There we go. We're going to do on June 9th, we're going to be at the Darkside Bazaar at Darkside Records in Poughkeepsie. It's 611 Dutchess Turnpike.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No, maybe 411?
411? No, 611? I think it's 611, pretty sure. It doesn't really matter.
It's the old OTB. It's by Kmart. Just go there.
In Poughkeepsie.
It's where 44 and 55 split up.
Yeah.
Right around there.
If you're going toward the river.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're going to be there, and we're going to be selling some wah-wah, because we have about 800 bottles of water in my garage right now. So we're going to try and sell at least a quarter of them.
700. So hopefully it'll be 112 degrees again.
We're going to sell them, and it's a sliding scale. So if it's 80 to 90 degrees, it's going to be $1.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 90 to 100, they're going to be $3. And if it's over 100 degrees, it's going to be $5 a bottle. So, and they're going to be ice cold. We're going to get free ice from the Crafted Cup at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, New York.
We didn't even ask. We're just going to do it.
And it's going to be, we're going to sell bottles of water. We're going to hang out. We're going to check out, we're going to steal all the vendors from them. And, listen to some live music, steal those guys as well. Mm-hmm. Just take everybody under our wing.
Yeah.
By showing up to these festivals.
Just be like, do you want to come to a better one next year? It's not the same weekend. It's not going to compete, but,
And then on June 22nd, at the Crafted Cup, right now we're going to have, I know Logan Callahan.
Logan said for sure. So at the very least, it'll be Logan for a couple of hours. But I got to reach out to Hudson's crew today.
Yeah, we're going to do live music on June 22nd at the Crafted Cup to benefit next year's Hudson Valley Creator Fest. I'm going to be raising money using the booze that we had left over. I'm going to sell it, and all proceeds go to fund next year's Creator Fest, which is going to benefit Heroic Foods.
Yeah. So this will be kind of
Heroic Food.
It's not going to be it's not sponsored or anything. We're just trying to raise dollars and cents to just cover the upfront costs. Because had we done something like this before, I don't think we would have had the traction or the recognition to do a benefit like this before. But I think now that all the bands had such a good time and the vendors seemed pretty happy considering the weather, we might be able to get people to come out and throw us $10-20 here and there.
We overlooked a crucial scene from Wayne's World 2. And that is the fundraiser party that they have at Comrades.
Yeah.
A bar I absolutely need to go to.
Wish it existed.
Does it not exist?
I don't think so.
I got to see. But anyway, this is what it is.
Yeah,
My
they had their
throat is
fundraiser,
starting
but
to-
they had to raise $15,000.
I can feel my throat drying up.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Not because I'm talking, but I could just feel it like...
It's a side effect.
I can feel a cotton mouth. Sorry.
Yeah, so they had a fundraiser because they had to raise $15,000 for permits. So luckily we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was like, I mean, it cost like, I would say close to $1,000 if we counted the things that we were just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get reimbursed for that. But I mean, for the things that we did have to get reimbursed for, it was like $700-800. So,
and that
would have been $700 or $800 that would have went right to the charity if we had done this last year.
Yeah, if we can, if we can raise that money beforehand, we'll be able to give more money to, end up with more money going to Heroic Food.
And if it's successful, it's something that we could do a couple times a year, and just try and bank that money before we have to just come up with it ourselves.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if this bar exists. It's driving me crazy.
What was it called? Comrades?
It was called Comrades, yeah. Nope, it doesn't say. Shit.
It didn't look like a real place.
Yeah, it was probably just... Oh, God. He's outside the window here. Yeah, it was probably just a set. So now we have to open a bar called Comrades.
And get sued?
Yeah. By who? You think they would sue us for that? Well, it's intellectual property, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I mean...
Yeah, it's weird. I want fucking something better to drink now.
There's a Soviet-Russian themed bars. Something on Yelp. Oh, this is just somebody commented. You mean like Comrades from Wayne's World too?
There's plenty of Russian. There's a couple Russian places in New York City. I've been to one of them called Uncle Vanya's. I've talked about this before on the show.
Yeah,
probably. Okay,
probably 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't really want to talk about it again.
No, I don't either. Do you want to hear something I did today?
Sure.
I need a second opinion on this. And if anybody's listening,
I don't have that bumper anymore.
Logan, let me know if you think it's entertaining. It might be just for funny just for the two of us. So
that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop, ever, until you are dead.
I love mead. I am Eric. Salt Point Meadery.
Fuck you, asshole.
I don't know. I was fucking around today.
I think it needs a little work.
I know. It just we kept stepping on him the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
So it was hard. Then I tried to pitch shift his voice to make him sound like a robot. I've been since that show. I've been walking around at work. I say it all every time somebody orders a mead at the shop. I start pouring it and I go, "I am Eric, Salt Point Meadery." I can't stop. It's stuck in my head.
Let's go. I'll pull up another.
God damn it!
I want it. There's got to be. Yeah, it's warm down here.
All right, it's not
because
just
that's
me.
like that was the sounder that you're using. It's not like from the movie.
What do you mean?
It doesn't sound like it's from the song.
What do you mean?
The dun 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 dun.
So that's absolutely it.
Really?
Yep. It's from the second one, not the first one. They changed the song every single time.
Yeah.
So I went through them to find the one that sounds the best, and the best sounding one is the second one, because the first one is very synthy, and They love their synth instruments back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And
So
in the
I'm thinking
90s
the one
they-
that I'm thinking of is from Terminator 2.
Yeah, that's the one.
Can't listen to it because we're going to get a fucking tag.
Why not? Is that it? That's not it.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of it.
Oh. No, that's the original.
Yeah.
That's the original one. Now you want Terminator 2 one.
Yeah, but I think... Yeah.
I thought that was it.
It
Anyway,
is, but
doesn't matter.
it has a lot more depth.
Yeah, that's because I used the ending part of it.
Okay.
Because it was like bigger and louder and cooler sounding.
See, that sounds like it's got more reverb. Play it again.
Oh my God, what is this?
That Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with.
That's the ending one.
Okay.
That's the ending part of it.
Yeah.
I also got I tried to find the highest definition one I could find. Too.
Oh, okay.
Go all the way to the end.
I think you should put like that little bit in the end.
I got to play with it some more, but it was hard because I thought it was gonna be nice and easy. I was gonna have.
Yeah.
It's the same one. It's just
Yeah.
it's the ending
Wow.
bit. Yeah. How about
I
that?
just don't remember it that way.
Marx themed. No. Yes. Logan is asking if the bar is going to be completely Marx themed, as in Karl Marx.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, wasn't there a big statue of Lenin? Like,
yeah, yeah, it was great. And actually, I think that's when he said "party on." He had the fist, and everybody did it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah. Mike
so
put a GIF
tongue
of it up on.
Yeah, I'm sweating, and my throat is really dry.
So you are having like some kind of a reaction.
Yeah, something. I'm like really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a stimulant, so it makes sense.
There he is, The Walking Dead. The cat.
Oh.
It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not doing good. He's really skinny, and he's like, we're probably going to take him in on Friday. So
That's too bad.
yeah, well, it's time, and I hate him.
Yeah. Been wishing for it for years, which is terrible.
It is pretty awful. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
How old is he?
16.
Yeah,
He's fucking
yeah.
16. But it was funny because he was perfectly healthy up until a few weeks ago. And then all of a sudden, whoop, 180. He took a fucking nosedive.
Logan doesn't think that a Comrades bar would do well.
I think it'd be fine. PC culture, you guys probably get screwed. I think, yeah, we'd be in the red
for a long time.
For the first year or two.
But you'd need to do it as it was. It would need to be taking place in the 90s. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It would need to be, yes, it's Comrades. It's supposed to be the bar from Wayne's World 2. We have those types of bands play shit like that, you know?
Yeah. Or you just make sure everybody knows that it's completely tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm pretty sure the giant fucking Lenin statue would... Do you realize that would cost $50,000 to have made?
Well, you have to have it.
Well, yeah.
Or else it sets the,
Yeah,
it really
all
ties
those
the room
fucks.
together. Remember
Yeah.
posters of fucking Stalin and up and shit
Yeah.
like that? It'd be terrible, but fun.
Yeah.
For, anybody who didn't live through Stalin's regime.
Now, one theme could be that every bill is completely split evenly between every single person at the table.
We can make this happen.
It's a communist pay system.
Yeah. And all of the we got to dress all the waiters and waitresses are dressed exactly the same.
Yeah.
You have to like some sort of uniform, looking really sharp.
Yeah, it would be funny.
It would be.
But it's not going to ever happen. But I do like the idea of you have to split the bill evenly with your entire
absolutely.
party.
Because then
because it would work. Because a lot of people would be like, well, I'm not just getting a fucking salad then.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking ribs and 6 beers.
That's right. And then that bill
Be a
goes
good
up,
tactic.
up. That was my uncle. I've said
Yeah.
it before. That was my uncle's tactic when we all went out to Red Lobster for my grandmother's birthday.
Yeah, we'll just split it 6 ways, guys.
Yeah, well, there was like fucking, I don't know, 15 of us there. So all the adults would be like, let's just split this. It'll make it easier for math. Donnie's like, okay. And he went, I'll have the ultimate feast with a side of, $50 something. Like, it was ridiculous. And I remember one time he leaned over to me and he was just like, I was just like, oh, I think I'll just get the chicken fingers. And then he just like leaned over and he was just like, listen, it's all getting split. So if you get chicken fingers, you're losing out. You might as well get the ultimate feast. That way you get more. I'm like, okay, I'll get the ultimate feast. And then my dinner went from $10 to $35. Did I tell you we went to Red Lobster recently?
No. Why?
We were driving by, Brooke and I, this was months ago, and it was about my Grandma Mary's birthday. She's been passed for a few years. And we were trying to figure out where to go. And I was like, yeah, let's just bonefish. That's fine. You can't eat there. I know you can't.
No, I hate
And
fish.
then as we're driving down 9, she goes, Red Lobster. It's about that time, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's about her birthday. And we just kind of looked at each other. I'm like, I'll fucking eat there for nostalgic purposes. She's like, yeah, let's do it. So we just went there and fucking ate there. It was tricky because most things are breaded and fried and covered in all kinds of fucking horrible shit. But it was fun. It's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
For Red Lobster, it's expensive. When I said $35, I'm not
expensive.
It is, but
I remember
it
going
really
to Red
shouldn't be at
Lobster
Red
with my
Lobster.
family and eating nothing but hush puppies because I hated everything that they had there. My choice was steak. That was it. They don't have cheeseburgers. My choice was steak, and I'm not a big fan of steak.
Listen to this. Logan just said, you have to work for your food, so you have to do the dishes of the previous people eating at your table.
That's pretty funny.
That's a good one. But
I bet you if you had a system where if you came in and did that for an hour and you got a free meal, a lot of people would do it.
If you just cleaned for an hour?
It wouldn't work.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it.
Because imagine if somebody's cleaning the dishes and everything and they get fucking the top of their finger lopped off with a knife that's in the sink, you know?
Yeah. That and like you're really only paying $10, $11 an hour for an employee and you can't even get a meal at a place for that.
Mm-hmm.
What does that fucking say to you? I got a minimum wage worker has to work for 2 fucking hours.
Before they
2
get a
hours.
meal
You need to
at
work
the
for
place
2
they work.
hours before you can get it. If you work at Red Lobster, you got to work there for 2 solid hours. No, 3 after taxes in order to fucking eat at the place that you work.
Yeah. It's still the same in there. It has not changed. It's the same floor, the same booths, same layout, same chairs, everything. Probably the same ice.
Same ice.
They just like,
That's
they just collect the runoff and refreeze that.
They probably don't do that.
No, they don't.
Did we ever figure out if that was the ground round? It wasn't the ground round, right?
What?
We figured out that wasn't the ground round originally.
Right. I don't. It was Coyote Ugly or Coyote Ugly.
Grill.
Damn it! I always fucking do that. I can never remember the shows either. That's a big thing for me. it's still.
What shows?
Our shows.
Oh.
I don't re-listen anymore just because I just don't want to.
I always do in case there's something good.
Yeah, that's true. I should
and
really
to make
start
sure I didn't
again,
say
but
like
I just
enough.
Don't. Oh man! All I could hear coming out of dude's mouth was like.
Yeah,
it's pretty terrible. Oh, and I
Everyone
have
does
to
it, it's
mention
fine.
I have to give a shout out to Sabrina for giving when Jack and Vanessa came in for their coffees the other day. She gave Vanessa.
So if you didn't listen last week,
oh yeah, I guess we gotta.
Turns out Jack, who's a regular at the Crafted Cup, also formerly in a band called Midway, which has since dissolved.
Yeah.
As of the other day when he graduated and moved back to Philly.
Their last performance was actually on Thursday.
Yeah, on this
An
show.
open mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. So turns out he is a Quaker.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to listen to the show to find out why, the show is called Jack the Oatmeal Man. So apparently Sabrina listens to this show, which is great.
Yep.
So she decided that instead of giving him an RPG, she would just fill a cup
with
oatmeal and hand it to him. He then proceeded to put a lid on it and try and take a sip.
And
got super confused.
It's nothing but oatmeal in here. She's like, yes, because you're the oatmeal man.
He must have been.
And he was like, oh, God. He was so fucking confused.
Yeah.
Were
you there for it?
I kind of I only kind of heard it out of my left ear because it was a little bit busy at the time. It was fucking crazy last week. But, yeah, he just was like, oh, hey, oh. It took him a second to kind of fucking, why the fuck? What does that mean, oatmeal man? How dare you?
I just love that I told Tanner about it, and Tanner was totally fine with us wasting oatmeal for the joke.
Oh, whatever. We are 46 minutes in already.
Let's
it
take
feels like it's flying.
Yeah.
Feels like it's flying by. I do feel like something I don't
weird?
feel right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not wrong, but
Yeah.
just not right. I don't know if that means
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, you seem a little weird. Like a little more jittery.
Yeah, like flailing
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's like this weird kind of like I'm
I think
amped up, but I can't
really
keep my
think
words
if you use it, it does make sense because I felt pretty good all morning, even while I was doing all that shit.
Yeah.
And while I was moving stuff, there was a couple times I was like, "Oh, this is gonna suck later."
Mm-hmm.
And then I got super tired when I got home. But I only got 5 hours of sleep last night because we had to get up early to go do all this shit.
Yeah.
And like my schedule, I get up at 10. So today I had to get up at like 8. So I was pretty tired. I'm sure there are people listening like, fuck you, man. I got to be at work at 7. But the way my schedule is, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I get up at 6 like you when I don't have to be to work until 12:30?
I don't get up at 6. I'm awake at 6.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of roll around for a little while, and then I get up at like 7.
Yeah. I wish I could do that, but my body just will not do it.
Yeah. It's getting harder.
It's really not even... I'm sure a lot of people would view it as laziness, but when you get home at almost 8 o'clock, I just want 4 hours. I want 4 hours to myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like without Amy or anything like that, but like I don't want to do shit for 4. I want to sit for 4 hours and relax for 4 hours. So if I get home at almost 8 and then I make dinner and then I take a shower, by the time I'm ready to sit on the couch and watch fucking Hoarders, it's 9:30. So of course I'm going to stay up for a few hours.
It's fucking amazing how much you watch that show.
It's
like,
great. There's like 7 seasons.
We're
know.
almost
done with it, though.
You're almost finished. 7 seasons.
Amy watched the entirety of Game of Thrones in 10 days. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're not kidding.
Oh, and I don't watch it all the time. We maybe watch 2 episodes a day. That's like 40 minutes. If that. I mean,
I started watching the first episode of the last season. I only got through half an hour of it, and I turned it off.
Yeah, I got shit to do. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long.
Yeah, each one of those episodes was like a mini movie.
Yeah. She watched the whole thing leading up to this past season.
Yeah.
The whole thing in it's like 10 days.
That's ridiculous.
But it was because I worked all weekend.
Did she go to the bathroom?
It was because I worked all weekend and I closed every night. So she watched 3-4 episodes a night and then probably 6 or 7 on the weekends.
We got some comments recently. We were talking about how popular the Christmas debunked. Shit. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to Peter Gilmore, by the way. High Magus of the Church of Satan. Or Magus, High Priest, Church of Satan. Megas Peter H. Gilmore. His birthday was last week. I believe it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. Are you going to play it?
Nope. Is it you or is it me?
It's you.
Oh, it was because I was doing the thing for Terminator. All right, start over.
Hail, Satan.
Okay, so, yeah. Happy birthday to Megas Peter H. Gilmore. But apparently 2 days ago, we got some comments on that video. Mikey Sal, I don't know who this person is. He doesn't have much information on his site, and not even a picture. It's just a big M, big gray M. It said, well, there you go. If old Pete says it must be true, Christmas is debunked. The one convo to end it all. And then hilariously laughing emoji. And then and then below it says, old Peter is very Asperger's-ish.
Asperger's-ish. Okay.
I think Aspergery is better.
Yeah.
I would say that's more of the word you should shoot for. But yeah. So I guess this guy thought that we were like, yep, this is it. It's debunked. He's not getting.
I mean,
he does.
That was a throwaway title. That was just me as like clickbaity.
Most people are actually more interested in the dildo on the table than anything.
Yeah.
The dong-gong. But this guy seemed kind of cranky about it. But he doesn't have any fucking... Oh, Jesus. I got... shit froze up. Anyway, he's just kind of like a... It's like he started... Like he signed up for YouTube so he could comment on that one thing. That's what it looked like.
Oh, well, a lot of people do that. They make a fake profile.
Yeah.
Just so they can comment.
Yeah. But that was it. Nothing else to add to it.
I don't even pay any attention to it.
I love seeing it because I'm.
Yeah. Well, I like that people are watching.
Well, I just want to see what their reactions are. Mostly, it's people going, "All right, yeah, I fucking love Peter."
The shitty thing is I probably have like 3 or 4 hours of stuff with him that I could work with and make more videos like that. I just don't fucking have time. Maybe I should try and do that tomorrow.
Just try it out.
Yeah, just try it out.
God damn it.
I've got to move everything in my living room tomorrow, so I probably won't get to that. But
because of the new sectional.
Well, we want to.
I fucking hate.
We want to move
couches.
everything to the other side of the room, so it'll feel bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll go in the far corner instead of the couch being against the half wall.
So where's it? Wait.
So the TV will be against the half wall. No one cares about this, but I wouldn't let Amy do it because of all the wires. I want to do it. When I first set all that up, everything was zip tied nice and really well thought out, but then 5 fucking cable boxes later and everything's a shit show back there. So I want to make everything neat, especially if it's on not a far wall.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to see behind it when you walk past. So that's tomorrow's project.
All right.
And that's it.
I could definitely feel an effect from this shit.
Yeah?
Now. Yep, it's setting in. My eyes are very dry.
Mm-hmm.
My mouth is getting... That's why I'm squeaking so much. It's because like when I get dry mouth...
You've been doing that a lot less lately, actually.
The squeakiness?
Yeah.
Because I haven't been like...
Your voice is finally changing.
Because I've been staying very hydrated lately. I've been focusing on my water intake. But...
So
yeah,
is it a positive or negative?
It's not negative. I feel like I'm a little high.
Yeah.
On
drugs,
marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. But like a little bit. Not like super
that makes sense because
I feel like I'm slurring my words a little bit.
One above the recommended dose, which is still only half of what you'd want to take to get fucking high.
Yeah.
And
I'm focusing on it, and I really haven't had much to eat today either because I ate my fucking ass off yesterday. I didn't feel like eating really much of anything today. I had like 2 pieces of cheese when you walked in, and then I took those. And
supposedly these are an appetite suppressant too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's a green tea. All green tea is. It tastes like green tea, didn't it? No?
It tasted like this shitty fucking cider. God damn it. I'm sick of it, man. I don't want any... No one's going to tell me Angry Orchard is good.
It's fucking terrible.
Again.
That was gross.
Yeah.
That was super gross.
It's an apple-forward taste. Yeah. It tastes like sour
Smells
apple without the
bad.
sour.
Yeah. Not good. All right, let's take a break.
Take a break. All right. Oh, Jesus. I got to pull up some stuff here. Yeah. So, back to it. Darkside's holding the bazaar again. June 9th. We'll be there. Selling water. If you're lucky, we'll sell you a water. And we're going to be sniping vendors and bands so they can come on this show and make us more famous.
Yeah.
We just use Darkside again as a vault.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, we talk a lot of shit about Darkside, but just look what's come of just knowing Logan. You know, five or six bands more than that, 6 or 7 bands we found out about. Half the fucking lineup at Creator Fest we wouldn't have known about if it wasn't for him.
If it wasn't for the Darkside Bazaar.
And he's listening right now, so he deserves a shout out.
A little bit, just a small one. I want to do this song. Aw, that stinks. Pitch Black Sunrise. I'm wearing this shirt.
All right.
And I like this.
I wore mine a couple days ago.
All right, so we'll be back. I don't know what the hell we're going to do.
Yeah, that was everything, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Aside from the skateboard accident.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. It'll take 2 minutes.
You've got it coming to
This is Logan Callahan. You can check out my music at logancallahan.bandcamp.com. You were listening to Dead Radio Podcast, the #1 podcast in Poughkeepsie, because fuck Darkside.
All right. That's my favorite one. It's my favorite joiner, the one that has the least amount of real instruments in it.
I thought you meant Logan's plug for us.
Oh, no. He can go fuck a duck when it comes to that.
Hail, Satan.
What do we got here? I was just on the break where I was kind of, I wouldn't say I was panicking, but I was just like, ugh, God, what the fuck are we going to talk about for another, like a half an hour at least, you know? And then I mean, we don't have to do a half an hour on this, but I just found a way, I saw an article on USA Today. It says how to listen to what Alexa has recorded in your home. So all the things that you say to the computer, and if you go up to you have to listen on your phone. There's an Alexa app. We have an Alexa. We've used it on the show before for some dumb shit. I
To
can't
make
remember.
it fart.
Yeah. That's right. It also
Thank
like if
you,
you
Andy Reid.
If you say make like dog noises, it makes dog noises, and Eisen loses his fucking mind. Same thing with cats too. He makes cat noises, and he runs around the house freaking out. So if you go into your settings and scroll down to history, it actually has lists. It has a list of all the shit that it's recorded.
It just seems. You know what? I guarantee somewhere in the user agreement, it's that they're keeping your recordings to improve on the AI.
Yes, absolutely.
So that it can learn to understand language better.
Yeah,
that's why they're keeping it. Because my first thought was like, why are you storing all of that fucking data?
Yeah. It's just when the computer becomes active.
Yeah, it's not listening all the time.
No, not all the time.
Well, it is listening all the time, but it's not recording all the time.
Like-
That's the creepy part.
What's that? Say that one more time.
It is listening all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
It's just not recording all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't start recording until you... we're going to annoy everyone. Hey, Siri. Hey, Alexa. Okay, Google. Now everyone's pissed.
Yours went
Yeah,
up.
everyone is pissed right now.
Oh, boy. I turn all that shit off on my phone because I don't like it. Yeah, for instance, it said today at 4:18 p.m., add chips to my grocery list. Also, computer, remove mayonnaise from my grocery list.
So you also changed Alexa's name to computer.
Yes, because God damn it, it's a fucking computer, and I'm not giving it a name.
Okay.
Its
name is computer. I mean, it's not going to know the difference.
It's just a computer. But then it says
You got to name it like Bill.
Hello, Bill. No, you can. That's the thing. You can only name it Alexa, Echo, or computer.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you
stupid.
can't name it anything you want.
I don't like that at all.
Mostly, it's like, there's all right here. Computer one with want you to plays against itself and realizes everything.
Play that. Yeah. I wanna
No.
hear it.
You can't play it.
You can't. Oh, you can't play
Oh wait,
it.
maybe you can. Hang on. Let's see.
Games, the computer one where the computer plays against itself and realizes everything is futile. I'm like, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So you
What the fuck is that?
It's probably some fucking show we were watching. But yeah, there's other ones that says like, what does it say? Text not available. Click to play. So I'm trying to find ones that are like late at night or whatever the hell. Imagine if you would find.
Is there something embarrassing?
Oh, I wonder. This one just says text not available. Click to play. We're gonna see.
Prepared for like having this little thing tonight, but what I realize is just we have so much short amount of time.
You're watching a show?
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Or maybe that's me. Maybe that's what I sound like to
That's
Alexa.
not what you sound like.
Yeah. This is all right. I'm just gonna go to a random one here. Let's see.
Hello, awake?
It's mostly the TV.
I don't know.
The scary part is it's going, "Ooh, wait, should I be doing something now?" And that's when it starts recording. Play like a grocery list one so we can hear you.
Oh, hold on. Well, I don't do the grocery list.
Well,
thing.
then, Brooke.
Oh, here we go. I'll find one here. This is probably me here.
Computer, play Talking Heads Station.
All right, that definitely is me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to this.
So
Talking Heads station on fucking Amazon.
So
It's great,
the thing is with this, the fact that it's getting you saying computer means
Computer,
it is
add chips to my grocery list.
since it's getting you saying computer, that means it is recording all the time.
Mhm.
It's just not keeping it.
Computer, remove mayonnaise from my grocery list.
Because it's not starting. It should
Yeah.
say remove groceries from
Yeah.
my.
So
but
that
it's
means
saying
it is
computer.
it is definitely recording all the time. It's just not saving anything. It probably records in a loop and then just starts shaving off the stuff behind computer and deleting it.
Here's more just random stuff. Text not available kind of shit.
Mhm.
Come on, damn it! Don't freeze up on me, you piece of shit. Oh, I'm having fun. This is very fun.
No one else is.
Tanner worked 30 hours.
So that was me talking about how we got more
got
tips.
extra
We got
tips.
extra tips because Tanner worked 30 hours at the shop. Wow, this is dangerous. I could click on something that
Really bad.
might sound really bad.
Yeah, just calling a coworker a fucking cunt.
You know who you are.
All right, definitely click some more of those.
I had a computer, I had access to movies, I had access to books, but it wasn't like I wasn't going into my church and saying, hey.
We're going to get a copyright flag for something that's from a movie. It's crazy that all of this shit is on there.
Uh-oh, what is this one? I just accidentally.
Computer, play the Little Mermaid soundtrack.
Why, Brooke?
I think I heard something. Hold on, I think I heard something in the background. Hold on.
Computer, play the
You hear
Little
that?
Mermaid soundtrack.
The. Hold on.
Computer, play the Little Mermaid
What is that?
soundtrack.
That's fucking Avery.
Oh, yeah?
And his shitty fucking allergies. The poor little bastard can't breathe. Oh man, this is fun.
Their work on a computer at work, and they're
Yeah, I already played that one now. Okay.
go to sleep, Alexa.
Who was that?
I don't know.
That sounded like Pete. That might have been Pete.
Could be. Can you go back and see if there's anything right around there?
What do you mean?
Like right in that time frame. No, you've already scrolled too far.
Oh yeah, I'm
'Cause
just
you're not
I'm
listening to me.
scrolling random. What do you mean? What time frame?
The time frame when he just said that.
Oh no, I'm just.
Yeah, well, you definitely can't now.
Yeah, I definitely can't.
Did all of the food get eaten?
Most of it.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
I have to say. But anyway, yeah. So,
Yeah, so
anybody with
they're
a
keeping all of this shit to just build their machine learning algorithm that gets better at languages.
yeah,
Because doesn't Alexa speak a bunch of languages too?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it at least does Spanish.
I wonder. I just want to go upstairs and say, Echo, teach me German. Just to see. This is kind of
Alexa's already multilingual, but Amazon wants to make her more so unmashable. They want to make her into a real-time translator.
Jesus Christ.
Alexa speaks English, German, and Japanese, but she, I don't think it's totally fluent. She can translate short sentences in English into 36 languages, including Arabic, Hindi, Indonesian, Polish, Thai, and many more, but just short phrases and words. Context and a more sophisticated take on culture will make the assistant useful in real-time moments. For example, Alexa could be used at a wedding to translate a speech or when needing to order at a restaurant while traveling abroad. But I don't think that you can go... I don't think you can talk to her in Spanish and have her do stuff.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's just English. But I thought it was at least.
Yeah, it's just like little.
You need to just like one day when you're slightly baked, just sit on the couch and go through and find a bunch of good ones and like lay them down so you have them.
Yeah,
because there's probably some pretty funny ones.
Here's
from maybe like game night that we had here.
Set a reminder for Ryan to go grocery shopping and clean the sheets in the Airbnb room.
That was made at. That had to have been very early in the morning.
Yeah.
I could hear it in her voice. She's like this, like leaning into the mic. She's got her lips on
It's a couple of Kratom.
on the computer, not Alexa. I don't like it. It makes me nervous. And this is just confirming all of my suspicions.
It's all in the user agreement.
Computer, do squirrels eat garlic?
I think we found our title. It's mostly just it just says computer and then nothing.
Yeah.
But actually those might be interesting to look at because if it just says computer, that means it didn't pick up all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious. Oh no, I went out of it. This is a lot of fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for anybody else.
I doubt it's fun for our audience. So
All right.
let's move on.
Well, what do you want to move on to? I switched to Adam's homemade made.
That's going to be the name of it, I think.
To drink instead of that. Just awful fucking.
I'm surprised you got any of that left.
I left it at
what you have right there is probably all I got left. 3 gallons.
I left it at
Jess and
Carina's last weekend, so I managed to remember and get it back this time. So
it's got a really nice color this time. This batch.
This one's delicious. It's kind of like it's got like a green tea. Well, it's got the dandelion in it, so it's got that tea flavor to it, which is good. And it's not sweet, and it's just very drinkable, very crushable.
Nice.
And
I think I'm gonna do.
keep picking on
I think I'm gonna do an 8-9% from now on because it only took 3 weeks.
And it's medicinal a little bit too, so that's what makes me keep going back for it. So I love it.
Should make a Kratom mead.
Yeah. Oh boy, send us over the edge.
It seems a little
right
dangerous.
down into a pit.
The next one's gonna be raspberry.
You think I should just like from now on just start stepping up my dose every hour, but like at 6 o'clock, or not at 6 o'clock, so at 5:30 every Monday. Next week I'll take 4.
I wouldn't worry about
and
you
then
being
I'll take
up
5,
all night.
and then I'll
you,
take 6.
You seem like you're fucking. You seem like you had 6 cups of coffee right now.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like
the look on your face. It's like I don't know. Yeah, you see, you're definitely on a little bit of an upper right now.
All
Not
right.
crazy, just like when somebody's had a little bit too much caffeine.
Mm-hmm. And I feel a little.
You're talking
like
a little
I feel
faster.
a little drunk.
You're slurring a little bit.
Mhm.
Not a lot, but you're just stepping over your words.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than I am, and I'm on my 4th beer in an hour. So, yeah, it definitely does something.
It sure does.
I mean, the way I feel, I can't really speak to it until I've done a couple of days on it and see how I feel. But the way I feel today, it definitely works as far as like a painkiller and a anti-inflammatory. So
Well, there you go.
I mean, I at this point right now, I'd say I'd recommend it, but to each their own, I guess.
So
but it is illegal in like 4 or 5 states.
We mentioned your accident that you
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
on your boosted board. It was going to happen.
Oh well, I've crashed it more than that.
No,
one
I know you've
time,
crashed it, but it's been user error. It hasn't
Yeah,
been because
yeah.
of someone else, like you getting hit or a bicyclist like hitting you, like just somebody not really realizing that you're on an electric skateboard, that you're on a skateboard that's doing
Yeah.
20 miles an hour.
Miles an hour.
20 miles.
I'll write that down.
Never buy Gribbinets from a moil. It's so chewy.
I think this is spelled right.
I think you're right. Moil extraordinaire. I take your
20
little
moils
thing,
an
I put
hour.
it into my little machine, and nip the tip.
That's a Robin Hood Men in Tights reference, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
So I'm getting on 1,000 miles on that board. No, it's like 800 miles, something like that. And honestly, I don't really feel like the odometer's all that. How can it be all that accurate?
Well, why wouldn't it be?
Because it's not.
It's just is it calculate? It's calculating your
It has to
speed
do
and
with the
everything,
rotation.
and rotation.
But as you, I mean, I guess it actually. You know what? It's probably more accurate than
Probably
a car.
really accurate.
Because car odometers have to be accurate to a certain degree, but the weird thing is it can't go by an individual wheel. It has to go by a drivetrain component. And the reason that they do that is because it doesn't matter how many. When you go around a turn, the outer tires are spinning faster than the inner tires.
Oh, I understand.
So your odometer cannot be accurate.
Like,
it just can't.
Well,
it needs to be
also,
off
like,
by a certain percentage.
Yeah, and you have to
So-
have something in there that, like the Ferris Bueller effect, where you drive backwards and you roll it off.
Well, that doesn't happen anymore.
I know it doesn't happen
Yeah.
anymore, but it used to.
It used to on a lot
So
of
they have to
cars, yeah.
have some sort of something in there.
So
Some sort
yeah,
of
it would
something.
only count forward.
Yes.
But and I learned this in the automotive school. Like speedometers are only accurate within 10%, or odometers. The speedometer is very accurate because the speedometer is in real time when you're going straight. But when you're going around a turn, it's a lot less accurate.
Okay.
But you're going much slower around a turn, so it doesn't matter as much. But the odometer is based off of the speedometer. So odometers, the higher in the higher you go in mileage, the farther that differentiates. And nobody really studies this because who gives a shit? But the thing that I wonder is when I go around a turn and I'm not on the gas, is it really measuring the amount of rotations out of the tire? Because it doesn't go by the app because the app is turned off half the time.
Yeah.
Like you can't use the app while you're actively riding, so it's not using GPS. I would really like to know. It's got to be an estimation.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Well, in any case.
Yeah. So I've got like 600-700 miles on the thing, which is a lot for a skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I've crashed. I had 2 bad crashes when I first got it, and the first one was
On
because
video.
the first one was because I crashed my drone while riding and hit the brakes too fast and went basically over the handlebars just on a skateboard.
I wish you had I wish
Of
you were
me crashing.
GoProing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself while you were doing the
I would have
thing.
crashed sooner had I tried to do that. But I have the drone crash. It's on our YouTube page somewhere. I have the drone crash on there. But the drone crash, that I freaked out, jammed on the brakes too fast, and flew off the thing because I was doing 20 miles an hour. Then the second time, I was going downhill, but accelerating. And then I let off the throttle really fast. So the board just kind of goes,
oh,
and it
shit.
threw me off. So that was the second time, but I only had the thing like maybe a month at that point. And
How
that
bad
one,
was that crash?
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad at all. Like less road rash than I have now.
Okay.
The first one I didn't get that fucked up. I just kind of twisted my ankle.
Yeah.
This one, on the other hand, was really bad and could have been life-threatening. I was going full speed up Main Street, which is only about 20 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a crazy high speed. And, you're being very, you're hyper focused on what's going on. I don't, unless I'm going to Crafted Cup because there's never much traffic. Like, I'll wear headphones when I go to Crafted Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short trip. There's no traffic. It's, you got a couple roundabouts. It's not crazy.
Yeah.
If I'm going up Main Street or maybe let me back up. So I got the extended range battery for the boosted board. And this was the first day that I was off. And I was like, I'm going to run all my errands all around Poughkeepsie on this thing and see how far it takes me. So I brought my charger. First stop was Crafted Cup. Get my money from Tanner.
Yeah. Give me your fucking money.
Yeah. So I go to Crafted Cup. I get my money. And then I go to the liquor store. So I went from Crafted Cup to Arlington, Wine and Liquor. So that's a good haul up a very big hill.
Yeah.
So got up there, no problem. Everything went great. I buy a big bottle of vodka. I put that in my backpack, and then from there to the DMV, which is totally across town. So I was pushing.
What the fuck is the DMV on
It's
Market?
on Market.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's completely the opposite side of Poughkeepsie.
Yeah,
so I went all the way across Poughkeepsie. So at that point, by the time I got to the DMV, I would have been looking at about 6 miles total. So I was like, the range on this thing is supposed to be 12 miles, but that's in the lowest mode. So I was like, I probably won't make it. So worst case scenario, I can go sit in a coffee shop or whatever and charge it when I get to the DMV to get home.
Yeah.
So I leave Viscount, and I was like, I'm definitely not taking the arterial. That would be nuts, because I'd have to ride on the sidewalk, which is illegal, or ride on the shoulder, which is dangerous. So
very fucking dangerous.
Yeah, so I decided to take Main Street because that seemed the safest bet, because, yeah, there's a lot of traffic, but you never really break 20 miles an hour anyway, so I just ride in the middle of the road, and if you want to beep at me, you can go fuck yourself because it's illegal for you to pass me.
Yeah.
So, riding up Main Street, I ride over as far as I can. When I know their cars are behind me and there's nobody parked on the side, I'll pull over and slow down and just let people pass, because I know it's annoying.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be cool. Riding along, and like right where what is it, LS Teca, that the Mexican No, that's a restaurant. The La Cabanita, the Mexican market.
Across from the Sunoco.
Around in that area, there's this weird like Y intersection.
Yeah.
So I go through there, and now you're coming almost back towards Raymond Avenue.
Yep.
And I'm motoring along, and there's no one around. There's nobody behind me, so I'm doing 20, 22 miles an hour, basically top speed. But again, that's not that fast on Main Street. The speed limit is 30. And a guy in a black Dodge truck whips his door open right in front of me. And I'm doing 20 miles an hour, and I was probably 5 feet from the bed of his truck when he did that. So I had 1 second to decide what I was doing. So I shot around him just instinctively, because had I hit that at 20 miles an hour, I'd probably still be in the hospital.
Yeah.
I would have several broken bones.
Oh, yeah. You hit a fucking door.
Yeah, and I wasn't wearing a helmet.
You probably would have hit him, too, because he would have been on his way out.
Yeah, and I wasn't wearing a helmet either. So I shot around the door, and then now to keep going the same direction that I'm going would have been into oncoming traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the decision in the moment to take a dive, because I knew that I couldn't lean in enough to get back into the lane without crashing into the curb or going down anyway. So I just kind of laid it over and tucked and rolled, and I landed on my right shoulder and then rolled onto my chest. So my shoulder blade dug right into my rib, and I have a bruised rib right now. I didn't go to the doctor, but I've had a bruised rib before. I know what it feels like. And I knew, like, I'm going to go to the doctor. The doctor's going to send me to probably a chiropractor and then probably a massage therapist. And that's all fine because I have insurance and I'm not going to pay for any of it, but that's 3 days off of work.
Yeah. For sure.
So that's the equivalent of $300.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I was like, I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow. If I still feel this bad or it's getting worse, I will go to the doctor the day after. Yeah. It got consistently better, but I was just sore all over.
Yeah.
You know, like anybody who's been in a car accident knows how it feels. It's like, I didn't specifically hurt anything, but everything hurts.
Right.
And that's the way I felt for 5 days. And now it's just localized to this one like spot. And that rib is bruised. So it's not that bad. I just have to give it some time. But I've loosened up a lot today, so I think the Kratom definitely helped. And then the guy fucking gets out, and he's like, "Oh man, I didn't see you." I was like, "It's fine, but you do understand that if I was in a car, I would have ripped your door off and probably fucking killed you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh well." And he didn't have anything to say, but he was still very flippant about it, and I was like, if you open a door into traffic, it's 100% your fault. You know that, right? Well, but you would have hit me. Yeah, but it's 100% your fault. That's like if you pull out of a driveway into traffic, it's 100% your fault.
Like a cyclist. You ever see that video of that cyclist? Like he's biking through New York City, and that fucking short, fat business type dude just starts walking out in the middle of the traffic. Like he goes in between two cars, not in a crosswalk, and this guy fucking crushes him. He smashes into him.
Yeah.
He's like the cyclist was like a package guy, a courier. Smashed right into the guy, and the guy jumped up. The cyclist was like, "Jesus Christ, you okay? You okay?" And the guy's just like, you should watch where you're going." And he's just like, "Why aren't you in a fucking crosswalk?" And the guy's like, "That's fair," and walks away.
Yeah. I mean, it is like that. And the thing is, you're parked on Main Street. There is parking. It's fine that you're getting out your driver's door. I don't care about any of that. But check your fucking mirror and know what's happening. Because if I was in a pickup truck, that guy would be fucking dead. He'd be fucking dead.
Yeah.
If I was on a motorcycle, I could be fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going 1 mile an hour faster, I wouldn't have been able to get out of the way, and I would have crashed into his fucking door at 20 miles an hour, and I would be really fucking hurt. I probably wouldn't have died. But like I said, I wasn't wearing a helmet, which is stupid on my part, but I'd be very injured. But I'm also not legally obligated to wear a helmet. He's legally obligated to check his fucking mirror.
Oh, cyclist getting doored compilation.
So I just created this dope
you fucking
Let me show you how I did
cocksucker.
Hurry up. Is this video monetized?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus!
All right, so let me ask a question. He was going in between cars in traffic.
That's illegal. Yes.
He has to stop. Yeah.
He has to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't go in between cars.
Okay.
Unless there's a bike lane.
Okay.
Yeah. So the one car on the right was parked, but he was going in between cars. That's not legal.
Oh,
see what just happened right there? That's exactly what almost happened to me.
Holy shit! All right, hold on, let me turn the volume on. I don't know if it works. No, it's not worth the volume. All right, so this guy's going up the lane, right?
It's exactly what happened to me. If I was on a bicycle, there's no way I would have been able to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's like he's got traffic on. He's got traffic on his left. He's biking up on the. He's riding on against the shoulder, and this fucking car just opens, and he gets hit, and then he gets thrown almost underneath
into the
other car.
So now, here, pause quick. The problem with this situation, that right there, what you're seeing, all of those cars were at fault, and the cyclist was not. The stupid thing that the cyclist did was ride on the side of the road.
He should be riding in front of them?
He should be riding in the middle of the fucking lane. And I should have been riding in the middle of the fucking lane because I have the right of way. I'm in front of you. You don't get to pass me. And people might get pissed off, whatever. I don't care. The law is still on my side because just pause it. It's distracting you.
No, I'm listening.
I know you're listening, but
I'm just trying to find good ones. That's all. While
so
you're talking.
Because the cyclist was all the way to the right, he didn't have the opportunity to get out of the way when that car door flung open. Because he's riding all the way to the right because cars are passing him. I don't know what state all these happen in, but probably most of them are the city. In New York State,
this is in Russia. This one.
It is state law that if you don't have 7 feet of safe passing distance around a cyclist, you cannot pass them.
Oh, shit.
And that includes not crossing the double yellow line. It is never okay to cross the double yellow line, ever. So if a cyclist is on the shoulder and you go, I have 7 feet without crossing the double yellow line, then you can pass him. On Main Street in Poughkeepsie, you cannot pass a bicycle ever. Ever, for any reason. You can get a summons for it. And it's probably a hefty fine, and it's a moving violation.
Oh! That guy got hit.
Run over.
I don't have any volume on. These are mostly in Europe.
Woof! But that's the most common thing. It's like, how do you not fucking see?
That guy got fucked up real bad.
Hey, he smashed his fucking shoulder right into the goddamn thing. That cyclist's a fucking idiot. Trying to go around a car on the right that's up against the curb.
Yeah,
I think he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he was cooking, though. Jesus, this is a lot of fun to watch, actually.
Yeah, just people getting fucked up.
Oh!
On the left side of the road.
Buddy. Well, no, that was a one-way. This guy's going through traffic. Ha!
That guy did that on purpose, I think.
Sure did.
Yeah. But you shouldn't fucking injure people. But that cyclist shouldn't have been riding between cars.
Yeah, cyclists getting doored. It's kind of fun to watch because I kind of hate cyclists a little bit. I have no reason. It's just completely unfounded.
As long as you are being completely unreasonable. But it's like, why the fuck is that person getting out in the middle of the road? It's again motherfucking people that think they're more important than everybody. We see it all the time in front of Crafted Cup. Oh, I'm going to pull up, let my wife out, and then go find a fucking parking spot. But I'll just stop traffic because I'm more important than everybody.
Yeah. The cyclist, he's going through.
But look how slow he's going.
Yeah, he's going very slow. That guy was trying to get out of his car. This is ridiculous. You saw that coming. All right, now we're just watching YouTube videos. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so you could have gotten really...
Oh, I could have gotten killed. Absolutely.
It would have been great for the show.
If I died?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think you wouldn't at least fold it up for a month?
Yeah.
Probably for a month.
Probably for a month.
Mm-hmm.
It would be longer than that because I'd have to start booking people.
Well, you just
holy shit.
Yeah, you'd run through the guests that I had already booked and then just not know what to do. So I've been slacking on that though. We're kind of we have somebody on the 11th.
Oh, so we don't have anybody.
I just got to reach out to a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so we don't have anything planned really. We've got Untamed Beard. That's the name of it, right? For the 11th.
Well, I mean, why don't we do this? Because it seems like we're there. So, we're, let's look at the calendar here.
There's not going to be anything on your calendar because I haven't updated it.
Well, no, I know that. I just, we got the 4th, which is still open. So if anybody's listening and wants to come on, we still got to do
I've been talking to Tommy from Hinged. They'll be coming on.
We also
local comedian that was... the fuck's his name?
Rob Mullins something or other.
Yeah, he was on Hudson Valley Transmitters podcast, and I enjoyed the interview. I listened to it today. What's this? Hudson's Crew. All right, I'll get back to them in a bit. But yeah, we've got a few. Ryan Denisco, local comedian. He said he's definitely into coming on the show. He's just got to check his dates for next month. So we'll have some cool shit lined up. But with Creator Fest, I kind of just took a breather from booking out 2 months.
Yeah, I had no choice, man. It was a shitload of work and shitload of stress, but we got it done, and now we have a clear focus for next year. So next year is probably going to be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. So
trying to get it around the same date, like maybe before. I think the week before might be worth it because this was brought up by Mom and Brooke at it's my stepfather John. Another happy birthday to him. We went out to La Puerta Azul, and it was delicious. But they brought up
delicious
saying
and very expensive and very small portions.
It's not
last time I went.
Yeah, last time you went, which was a long time ago.
I spent $27 on mole con pollo, and it was 1 chicken thigh, 3 slices of a plantain, and a quarter cup of rice.
Yeah,
and it was I think it was $27.
It was a lot bigger this time.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go back.
Still kind of pricey, but it was good food. I liked it. I got the skirt steak. Delish. They said it might be better to do it the week before Mother's Day, only for gift-giving ideas and everything like that.
Yeah. The reason that we didn't pick that weekend was because it was
Cinco de Mayo. I'm thinking, fuck it.
It won't be Cinco de Mayo next year. It'll be probably May 4th, and then we do May 10th as a rain date, or we've been talking about possibly doing it around graduation weekend.
We're kicking around stuff. It's just May is just a fucking shitty month for New York, and the problem is we don't want to start dipping into. We want to make sure that the students at Vassar, who are bread and butter, we appreciate all the fucking money that they spend at the shop. We'd like to give them a little something to send off.
That's the big thing, is trying to keep the Vassar student body involved and coming. Yeah, because we had quite a few. Yeah. That was a good one. There were quite a few people from Vassar, mostly coming out to see the few bands that we had that were Vassar students, and I'd like to do more of that. And if we did it this fucking weekend, half our bands wouldn't be here.
Right.
So, we got to figure that out, and we got some tough decisions to make. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen again. It's probably going to be sometime in May. Yeah, so June 22nd, come out to Crafted Cup. I'm thinking it's going to be like 7 to 9. We'll go to 10 if it's rocking.
Yeah, if it gets crazy, we'll stay open.
And yeah, we're just gonna. The shop will technically be closed, but we'll still serve like drip coffee and beers and wine and whatever.
And all of that goes to benefit the Hudson Valley Creator Fest. We use all the money. All the money is going to end up going to Heroic Food because Heroic Food, in the end, has it's a fundraiser for them. So whatever we raise, we have to recoup if I have to spend $250 on extension cables, which I did. And this year, if we can raise enough money, I can get those. We don't have to worry about it, and then we can, it's just. Then I can put more time into other stuff as well. And next year, I think, is going to be a lot more solid.
Yeah,
it's going to be a shitload of fun.
Our goal this year was just to not lose money. Yeah. Even if it was just a couple $100 going to the charity, it was going to be worth doing. But we raised $1,000 after expenses, so it's closer to $2,000.
Yeah.
On the day of.
Yeah.
So if we can even just match that
on
next
a shitty
year,
rainy day.
Yeah, if we can match that next year and raise the upfront stuff, then $2,000 is going to go to the charity.
Get
but
the weather on our side.
I really think that a goal of $5,000 is pretty attainable.
Goddamn right.
And I would love to do that because, that's a quarter of somebody's salary that works for this organization. Right.
So June 9th, come out to 611 Dutchess Turnpike, Dark Side Records. Come hang out with us, listen to some music, check out all the weird, wacky shit that they bring in on that day. Lots of strange vendors that are really fun.
Yeah.
And
buy a bottle of water for $1,
buy a bottle of water for
$2 or $3 or $5, depending on the weather.
And then next weekend, take a break.
Yeah.
And then the following weekend, Friday night, June 22nd, come out to the Crafted Cup, drink some booze, and watch Logan Callahan and possibly Hudson's crew.
Yeah. Also, if you subscribe to the show, you get a free soap sample of our bourbon, sandalwood, and
bitch.
Amber? Bourbon, sandalwood, and amber soap?
Amber is like, I read that is like a combination of a bunch of stuff and patchouli and a bunch of other ingredients. It smells good, though.
It does smell good because it's not too much patchouli in there.
Do you think we fuck with the recipe, or we do the same thing?
I think we should probably get a real small batch bourbon this time.
Yes. Maybe we can have the guys. Maybe we can have a local bourbon on the show.
Yeah.
And use that bourbon.
Yeah, somebody like Beacon or
Beacon would be great.
Yeah.
Beacon Distillery. Yeah, sure.
Maybe a Tuttletown.
Tuttletown.
Yeah, because you only use. In that whole batch, we use, 6 ounces of bourbon?
Yeah, and then I
can't
just drank the rest.
Yeah, you drank some that day. Yeah.
All right, so where are we?
Yeah, anybody out there wants to come on the 22nd, definitely do that. Oh, I missed.
Now you're just playing with a
dildo. I was doing that for you.
Here, I'll get it for you.
Yeah. So Creator Fest 2019 is definitely happening, and we're starting now instead of 6 months from now.
And thumbs up to Kratom.
You like it?
Yeah, it's fine. I feel good.
Yeah.
I got
a lot of people are saying that
I was dragging my ass before the show. It's just it's like peaking right now, where I'm like, I feel a little loopy, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like I feel calm.
A lot of people are saying they take it before they work out.
Yeah.
Take 2 or 3 of them, go work out, and then.
Those a $30 bottle?
$30, but you can buy you can buy it just in powder form, and then you can do a tea, or you can do the capsules yourself, and it'd probably be half the price.
Yeah, I feel all right.
But I didn't want to do all of that, not knowing if I liked it or not. So I'm gonna try this again tomorrow. I'm gonna do 2 doses, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and see how I feel. And then I'm gonna try the yellow leaf one that I have, which is, I guess,
stronger?
It's different.
Oh, okay.
They have different effects.
Oh, fun.
The green leaf one has less of the opioid effect and more of an upper effect.
Okay.
And the red leaf, which these guys don't sell, I think they have a blend that has red leaf in it, but I do want to try that. That's the one that gets you super fucked up.
Oh.
So
something for the future.
Yeah.
On the show. Yeah,
but
I'm a little mushmouth right now.
I'm into it. I think it's a pretty viable thing, and I feel pretty good right now. Whereas normally by now I'm like, I need a heating pad and a shower, not in that order. Definitely not at the same time.
All right, so where are we here? We need titles. We only got a couple because we were rambling a lot, but fuck it. That's what happens when guests cancel last minute. John Brainer.
So we've got, it doesn't taste like cat piss, but it's to imply that it smells like cat piss. Computer, remove mayonnaise from my grocery list.
I like that one a lot.
Do squirrels eat garlic? 20 moils an hour. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
The last three are hard to choose.
I know. It's a long one, but I really like computer and then, like colon.
Yeah.
Remove mayo from my grocery list.
We can go with that.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do a long one.
And then maybe hashtag squirrels eating garlic.
I like it. Perfect.
So definitely hashtag Kratom too.
Yeah. Damn, like I feel like really like positive. I'm getting all geared up.
Hashtag fucking JRE too.
Yeah, sure.
Since I found out about all of these things from Joe Rogan, so
yeah. So I'm gonna
thank you, Joe Rogan. I also want to go to Hawaii and hunt axis deer, even though I don't fucking like game
Let's do
meats.
it. I'll eat it for you.
I really do want to try elk though, because apparently it's not gamey at all, and it's
like
fucking wonderful.
Elk and buffalo, from what I've heard, are the same. I actually no wait. Have I had elk? I haven't had elk like steaks. I've had like elk jerky, which doesn't count. But I've had buffalo, and I hear that elk tastes like buffalo, which tastes like steak, a lean
buffalo.
steak.
Yeah, just I've had a ton of buffalo. It just tastes like a lean steak, which I like, and not so much now. But
Logan likes 20 moils an hour.
20 moils an hour?
Nah.
Sorry, Logs.
Old Logs Callahan. Oh, and
we've already decided.
Speaking of Logan, fun fact.
Oh, is Moiles Moiles?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not Jewish.
I just found out that the in talks with the director of Logan to do the Boba Fett movie.
It's very exciting.
So it's very exciting. Anyway, that's it. See you next week with someone.
There's nobody booked as of yet. Could be you.